September 16, 1992. The Bank of England is in full panic mode. They've spent $15 billion trying to defend the British pound. It's not working. And one man is betting against them with everything he has. His name was George Soros, a Hungarian immigrant who survived the Nazis, a hedge fund manager nobody had heard of until that day. By 7 p.m., the Bank of England surrendered. The pound collapsed. The government fell. And George Soros walked away with $1 billion in profit. $1 billion in a single day, from one trade. They called him a terrorist, a criminal, the most dangerous man in finance. But here's what they didn't tell you. Soros didn't get lucky. He saw something nobody else could see. A pattern, a flaw in the system. And he built a philosophy that made him $30 billion over 50 years. He's been right about every major financial crisis, 1992, 1997, 2008. He saw them coming when governments and central banks were blind. Today, I'm going to show you the 20 rules Soros used to become the greatest speculator in history. Some are brilliant, some are ruthless. All of them work. Rule 1. Markets are always wrong. This is Soros's most controversial belief. Most investors think markets are rational. Soros says they're never rational. They're driven by human emotions: greed, fear, panic. If markets were rational, the 2008 housing bubble would never have happened. But people believed prices would go up forever. Soros shorted the bubble and made $1.1 billion. Rule 2. Reflexivity. Perception creates reality. This is Soros's secret weapon. He believes market participants don't just observe reality, they change it. Example. In 1992, everyone believed the British pound was strong, so they bought it. But Soros knew the fundamentals were weak. When he started shorting, perception shifted. Panic selling began. Reality changed. Reflexivity is why bubbles grow and why crashes happen. People's beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies. Rule 3. Exploit boom-bust cycles. Soros doesn't invest for the long term. He hunts booms and busts. When he sees a bubble forming, he rides it up. Then he shorts it on the way down. This is how he made billions during the Asian financial crisis in 1997. He shorted the Thai baht, Malaysian ringgit, and Indonesian rupiah. All collapsed. Rule 4. Bet big when you're right. Soros doesn't diversify. He concentrates. When he sees an opportunity, he goes all in. On Black Wednesday, Soros bet $10 billion, his entire fund, against the British pound. That's not investing, that's war. Most investors bet small to stay safe. Soros says if you're not willing to lose, you'll never win big. Rule 5. Use massive leverage. Soros doesn't just bet his own money. He borrows 10x, 20x, even 50x to amplify returns. On Black Wednesday, he didn't have $10 billion. He borrowed most of it. When the trade worked, he made $1 billion. If it failed, he'd lose everything. This is why Soros is dangerous. Leverage can make you rich or destroy you overnight. Rule 6. It's not whether you're right or wrong. It's how much you make when you're right. Soros loses on trades all the time, but when he wins huge. His quantum fund was only right 60% of the time, but his winners were so massive they covered all his losses and made billions. Rule 7. Survive first. Make money second. Soros learned this at 14 years old. He survived the Nazi occupation of Hungary by hiding his Jewish identity. That experience taught him survival is everything. When a trade goes against him, Soros cuts it immediately. No ego, no hope, just survival. Rule 8. Financial markets are chaotic. Soros doesn't believe in models or formulas. He says markets are too complex to predict with math. In 1998, the hedge fund Long-Term Capital Management collapsed because they relied on mathematical models. Soros survived because he trusted his instincts, not equations. Rule 9. Follow the trend until it bends. Soros rides trends longer than anyone else, but the moment he sees a reversal signal, he exits. In 1985, Soros shorted the US dollar when it was at its peak. Everyone thought he was crazy. 6 months later, the dollar collapsed. He made $230 million. Rule 10. Invest, then investigate. This sounds insane, but Soros does it. He takes a small position based on intuition. Then he researches. If the thesis holds, he adds more. If not, he exits. This is how he discovered the British pound vulnerability. He took a small short position, watched the Bank of England's reaction, then went all in. Rule 11. Economic fundamentals matter, but timing is everything. Soros knew the British pound was overvalued for months, but he didn't short it until the perfect moment, when the Bank of England was out of ammunition. Being early is the same as being wrong. Wait for the catalyzing event, then strike. Rule 12. Understand government policy. Soros made billions by predicting what governments and central banks would do. He studies policy more than stock charts. In 1992, he knew the UK government couldn't defend the pound forever. Interest rates were at 15%. The economy was collapsing. The only option was devaluation. Rule 13. Short overvalued currencies. This is Soros's specialty. He hunts currencies that governments are trying to keep artificially strong. British pound in 1992. Thai baht in 1997. He shorted them all and made billions. Rule 14. Pain is a signal. Soros says when a trade makes you uncomfortable, it's telling you something. Listen to the pain. He has a rule. If his back hurts, the position is bad. Seriously, he uses physical pain as a trading signal. Rule 15. There are no rules. Soros breaks his own rules constantly. He says the only rule is to survive and adapt. In 2013, everyone expected him to short gold. He did the opposite. He went long, made $1 billion. Rules 16 to 20. Rule 16. Study history. Soros reads history obsessively. He knows every financial crisis, every currency collapse, every bubble. When he saw the 1992 pound crisis developing, he recognized the pattern from the 1967 devaluation. Rule 17. Avoid dogma. Soros doesn't follow any investing religion, not value investing, not technical analysis, not efficient market theory. He changes his mind constantly based on new information. That's why he survives when others fail. Rule 18. Political instability equals opportunity. When everyone runs from political chaos, Soros runs toward it. He made billions during the collapse of communist Eastern Europe. While others feared chaos, he saw opportunity. Rule 19. Give back. Soros has donated over $32 billion to charity, more than anyone except Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. He funds democracy movements, education, human rights. He says making money is easy. Making a difference is hard. Rule 20. Stay humble. The market will humble you. Soros has lost billions too. In 1998, he lost $2 billion betting on Russia. In 2000, he lost $3 billion in the tech bubble, but he survived. That's what matters. So what's George Soros's legacy? Depends who you ask. In Britain, they hate him. He cost their economy $3.3 billion and humiliated the government. In Eastern Europe, they call him a hero. His Open Society foundations helped overthrow communist regimes and build democracies. Love him or hate him, you can't deny this. George Soros changed the game. He proved one person with the right strategy can take down a central bank. He's 94 years old now, still investing, still controversial, still one of the greatest speculators who ever lived. Extreme risk warning. George Soros's strategies involve massive leverage, 20x, 50x, short selling, and macro speculation. These are extremely high-risk methods that can result in total loss of capital. Soros has also lost billions on failed trades, Russia 1998, tech bubble 2000. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial, investment, or trading advice. Never trade with leverage unless you fully understand the risks and can afford to lose everything. Always consult licensed financial professionals before making investment decisions. So here's what you do next. Pick one rule from this video, just one. Maybe it's Rule 1, markets are always wrong. Maybe it's Rule 7, survive first. But here's the warning. Soros's strategies are extremely risky. Leverage can destroy you. Don't copy him blindly. Learn from him, but trade carefully. If you want more legendary investor stories, watch our videos on Naval Ravikant, Charlie Munger, Andrew Carnegie, and Jesse Livermore, all linked below. Subscribe now. Let's learn from the best.